My name's David Grundy. I'm Chief Executive Officer and co-founder at Invenias. We're finding more and more search firms are starting to realize that engaging with their clients and with their candidates through the form of digital is something that can bring significant enrichment and enhancement to the relationships that they have. I think the first thing that we find people look to with digital engagement is to perhaps start with just replicating the way that they've always worked, and that's a natural first place. So with the client, they need to provide timely and informative communication. And so we start there by providing a very branded and rich experience with a portal that can be accessed on the mobile phone of the client or on their laptop, wherever they're choosing to work. This gives you the power to get the information to them, very rich information whenever they want it. So I, as a client, can be at 10 o'clock on a Friday night and wondering how you're getting on finding me the new CFO. I can log on and I can see the people you're putting forwards. I can see why you're putting those people forwards. I can start to provide you with some feedback, and the feedback is where it begins to get interesting and moves from just replicating the way that you've always worked to starting to change the way that you work. Now that's started to change the pace, and pace today is so important in delivering executive search assignments because the expectations of pace from my client are really much higher. And the candidates, the top candidates out there in the market, are also often under interest from other situations. Now let's maybe think about it from a candidate's perspective. Candidates, when they're looking at an new executive appointment, the primary relationship they need to have is clearly with the consultant, the trusted consultant that they go to, someone who they've often had a long-term relationship with. But nonetheless, these candidates are extremely busy. And so they reach for their mobile phone and they have on there a little app that's been sent to them by you that's fully branded, reflects your organization. And in that is all the information that they need to contain, along with hot buttons for them to connect directly to you as and when needed. And when they come out of the interview, they can immediately give you some feedback about the experience. So here you are on a Monday morning, and suddenly right at your fingertips is all this feedback from the hiring stakeholders in the different assignments about what they're thinking of the candidates you've put forwards and the candidates that they've interviewed. And the candidates that you're working with are doing the same for you. Now, none of this is designed or expected to replace the very, very important personal relationships that you have. But it frees you up and the client and the candidate from the vast dependency on administration process. All they need to have is their internet connection.